All right, and off we go. Hey, are you ready to supercharge your auto repair business? This is Coach Chris Cotton from AutoFix-Auto The Weekly Blitz is where industry expertise and business innovation collide, revving your engines for the week ahead. Every episode has game-changing insights, up-to-the-minute industry updates, and practical tips to shift your business into high gear. We're talking about stuff you didn't even know you didn't know, folks. If you haven't done so yet, please check out some of the other great, awesome podcasts on the Aftermarket Radio Network. Are you feeling exhausted by generic marketing strategies that just don't connect with your clientele? Look no further. I want to personally introduce you to Brian and Kim Walker and their staff from Shop Marketing Pros. They've walked in your shoes as former shop owners, and they know exactly what it takes to make your business stand out in the crowd. Their tailored marketing solutions are designed to elevate your brand and draw in new customers. They offer expert social media management, targeted advertising, including Google Ads and Facebook ads, engaging content marketing, search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO, to boost your online visibility, as well as sleek website design. Partner up with Shop Marketing Pros and let's kickstart your business growth together. Discover how they can supercharge your success at shopmarketingpros.com/Chris. So, if you looked and if you read, you're going to know that this is episode number 169, our mid-year reflection. How's your auto repair shop doing and what's next? It is going to be a couple of weeks early because I want you to think about this and then start the second half of the year not being behind. So this is my effort to put you in front of the timeline and get you going. So can you believe we're already hitting the halfway mark of the year? I mean, it's insane. It's a perfect time to take a breather, reflect on the past 6 months, a little close your eyes and home, right? It's time to gear up for an even better second half. So let's chat about how your shop has been doing so far, what might have held you back, and how you can turn things around for a strong finish to close 2024 out. Again, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're talking about this. This is like July 2024 coming up. So, first of all, let's talk about the first half of the year. What worked well? First of all, give your pat on the back. What wins have you had so far? You've made it through. Great. Now it's time to finish it off. So maybe you've seen a steady stream of repeat customers. Maybe you've nailed down some efficient processes or had a few standout months in terms of revenue. I hope so. Let's recognize these achievements because let's recognize these achievements because they're the foundation you'll build on. Okay. But we don't want to dwell on it too long. So let's go to the meat and potatoes of it. Let's talk about what held you back. What were the hurdles? Did you face staffing challenges, supply chain issues? And I could probably check mark that for everybody, right? Or perhaps a dip in customer satisfaction, maybe car count's a little bit off. Understanding these setbacks is crucial. Sometimes it's external factors like market trends, but often it can be internal struggles like time management or a lack of strategic planning. Next, I want you to think about how have you held yourself back? This part's going to sting a little bit, but it's essential. We have to look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror or the person in the mirror. We're all human, and sometimes our most significant barriers are the ones we create for ourselves. Actually, I'm going to go back and redo that because I want to say we're all human. Most times, our most significant barriers are the ones we create for ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. Did you procrastinate on critical decisions? Maybe you avoided tackling uncomfortable issues with your team. It still happens every day. Every day coaching, somebody's like, oh, I don't want to let this person go because it hurts me. I don't want to let this person go because I've known this person forever. Even though they're costing you money, they're not a fit for the business. We're avoiding uncomfortable issues with our team. And as shop owners, every shop owner on the planet, including me when I owned my shop, made things out to be much worse than they were in real life. If you're playing out a situation where you're letting somebody go, you're thinking about 10x and really it ends up to be like a 3. So suck it up, buttercup, get over it and move on. Okay. Maybe you got bogged down in the day-to-day grind and lost sight of the bigger picture. It happens all the time. I need you to acknowledge these personal roadblocks, and the first step to overcoming them is acknowledgement. Okay. So now thinking forward to the second half of the year, what are you going to do about it? First thing I would say is let's set some clear goals. Let's focus on the future. What do you want to achieve by the end of the year? What are those measurable goals? I'm a bad guy, BHAG, which is big, hairy, audacious goals. I'd rather not make it than make it easy. So for me, I'm gonna shoot way up into the stars, the moon, the heavens, and if I land on the moon or the mountains, then I'm good with that. Um, I want you to set your goals a little painful and be like, "Holy cow, how am I ever going to get here?" But I also want you to have positive language and tell yourself, I have no choice but to get here and I'm going to do it. Okay. So your goals could be increasing monthly revenue by a certain percentage or total dollar amount. It could be improving customer satisfaction scores, maybe expanding your service offerings. Tire salespeople. I know it seems like there's been a lot of effort from other people in the industry lately because I was going to do another podcast on tires, but I just scratched it off my list because I've seen like 3 or 4 or 5 in the last week. And so other people are pushing on it finally. And thank goodness. Like every auto repair shop in the country should be selling tires. And that's a whole different discussion. But what how do you expand your service offerings? What do you do? The first thing I would tell you, if you have an alignment machine, you're not selling enough alignments, so sell more. Number 2, if you already offer tires, you're nowhere near where you should be. I already know that just because everybody is. And if you're not selling tires, you need to add it one way or another. Okay. So, if we think about implementing change, what changes do you need to make to hit these goals? And so I came up with 8, and so here are 8 actionable steps for you to consider. Number 1, I want you to revamp your marketing strategy. If foot traffic's been slow, it might be time to invest in targeted advertising. Social media campaigns, Google ads, or local community events can boost your visibility. Um, Wink, wink. By the way, I know Shop Marketing Pros can help you with that. Okay. Um, I didn't put that number 1, but it is pretty important. If things are slow now, we're already into the summer, folks. If things are slow now or have been slow, it could get worse, and it could get worse fast. I'm not saying it is. Um, but if you don't do something about it right now, then guess what? August, September, October, November, December are going to be terrible for you. Okay. That's the other thing. If you don't have a marketing campaign for the second half of the year into 2025 yet, it needs to be done. You need to sit down and do that. Number 2, invest in training. You have to equip your team with the latest skills and knowledge, whether it's technical training, customer service workshops, whatever. A well-trained team can and will significantly improve your shop's performance. Okay. Number 3, you have to streamline your operations. Look for inefficiencies in your workflow. Maybe it's time to adapt new inventory management software, another SMS system. Upgrade your shop's equipment to reduce downtime, tracking and measuring your technicians to see how they're doing, tracking and measuring service advisors to see how productive they are. Are we wasting time on phone calls? Are we getting the wrong type of phone calls? Where are the holes and how do we plug them? Number 4, again, everything we do is about the customer. So you have to enhance the customer experience. Small touches can make a big difference. John DeJulia says, customer can't miss what they haven't experienced. Okay. Add value for what you're doing. So if you want to put in a loyalty program, great. If you have to improve waiting areas, great. But you need to ensure that every customer interaction is top notch. And if we're talking about expanding services, I would say you need to move into like a concierge type service where you do pickups and drop offs and deliver cars to a different place than you picked it up. Let's knock the barriers down when it comes to the people's ability and the um, just the barrier to entry for us. Okay, so I'm going to expand on that service offerings number a little bit more with number 5. Maybe I jumped the gun there a little bit. Are there services you currently don't offer that could attract more customers, that could lead you into more DVIs, more inspections, other services? Again, adding new services like tire rotations, alignment checks. Even if you have a place for detailing service, those can increase your shop's appeal and make you the one-stop shop. I will tell you, it's weird. I see places every day. I'm like, gosh, I could start a business that builds fences. I could start a business that builds tiddlywinks. I could start a business that does this because I'm all about customer service and the customer interaction. And all of us consumers of goods and services are being treated so poorly now. So maybe the detailing service in your town sucks. Well, sucks to be them. Maybe you can do it better. Maybe you can add it to what you do. Anything like that. Like if you can make the customer happy, you can make money. Okay, as long as you price it correctly. Number 6, back to marketing just a little bit. Improve your online presence. Make sure your website's user friendly and up to date. Encourage satisfied customers to leave positive reviews online. A solid online presence can drive more business your way. Number 7, optimize pricing strategies. You need to review your pricing structure at least here at the mid-year mark, if not quarterly. What's my labor rate? What's my effective labor rate? What am I now paying per hour for technicians? How do I get them more training? How do I get them a raise? Do I need to raise my labor rate? So, are you competitive within your market? I don't want you to be under market. I want you to be slightly above market value. And I want you to give a hellacious value to your customers. The other thing, pricing strategies, consider special promotions or building services to provide more value to your customers and really add that in. And number 8, I want you to focus on employee engagement. Happy employees lead to happy customers. I want you to create a positive work environment. I want you to offer incentives and encourage open communication. A motivated team is vital to delivering excellent service. Again, my ideal shop, if you're a new listener and you haven't heard, is a shop where everybody in the shop makes $100,000 a year or more, or if they're entry level people, is on a path and they know how to get that paycheck. I want you to show them the cheddar, and I want them to have a great place to work. I want them to be soldiers for your business. I want them to go to church. I want them to go axe throwing, and I want them to tell everybody there how awesome you are as an owner, what a great shop you have, and everybody else sucks because they don't work there at the greatest place in town. Okay, make your employees soldiers for your business. As we wind this down, I want you to look into accountability and monitoring. I want you to set up a system to track your progress, scorecard for success. I want you to regularly review your KPIs. For those of you that don't know what a KPI is, it's a key performance indicator. And I want you to adjust your strategies as needed. Remember, if we track it and measure it, we can fix it. You got to know what's wrong first in order to put a path together forward. So don't be afraid to pivot if something isn't working. And remember, it's not just about setting goals, but also holding yourself and your team accountable. Coach, if you don't have one. Like some of you people really need a big kick in the pants on a regular basis, and you could do so much more. We're working with shops that we've been with them for 6 months. Their average repair orders doubled. Their car count has increased because the first thing we do is make sure the pricing strategy is correct, make sure that the digital inspections are getting done, make sure that our average written repair order, our average written estimate is high enough to produce the average repair order. If you don't have somebody kicking you in the teeth or the rear or a knee to get those things done, then you need to find somebody. Peer group, another shop owner in town, coach, somebody, make it happen. And again, like normal, I jumped ahead, finally, seeking support. Running a business can be overwhelming, and you don't have to do it alone. Whether you hire a business coach, join a professional network, or simply lean on your team for support, Collaboration can provide new insights and keep you motivated. I'm going to come back. Maybe not lean on your team for support as a business owner. You know, we have to find people. Let me go back. If you're in a group of shop owners, the group of shop owners you're in, you don't want to be the best person in that group. You want to be like in the bottom third, because you want all those people that are better than you, that know that they can do it, kicking you in your teeth and moving you forward. Okay. So, got to really be careful with that um, network of like minded individuals. Make sure that they have goals, make sure that they're kicking you in your teeth again. Okay. So, the first half of the year may have had its ups and downs, but learning from those experiences is important. By setting clear goals, implementing strategic changes, and holding yourself accountable, you can set your auto repair shop up for a successful second half of the year. Remember, it's not about how you start, but how you finish. Let's make the next 6 months count. Okay, everybody? A big shout out to our listeners. Your dedication to growth fuels our passion. And let's not forget our fantastic sponsor, Shop Marketing Pros, who ensures this show is accessible to you. Where quality meets visibility, Shop Marketing Pros ensures your European or diesel repair shop stands out in a crowded market. Thanks for tuning into the Weekly Blitz. Remember, it's time to rise, grind, and keep your mindset positive, folks. Until next time, this is Chris Cotton signing off. Have a great day, everybody. Okay, and we are shutting down StreamYard.